What if I told you that one simple drink consumed twice daily could thin the thick mucus clogging your airways, reduce the chronic inflammation making breathing difficult, and restore breathing comfort you haven't felt in years, all without medications or complex treatments? Right now, millions of people over 60 are struggling with breathing problems caused primarily by dehydration and lack of specific nutrients, problems that one simple, affordable drink could solve within days. Meanwhile, those who discovered this drink are experiencing breathing transformations that surprise them and their doctors, going from constant breathlessness to comfortable breathing simply by drinking the right thing at the right times. This isn't some exotic superfood concoction or expensive supplement drink. This is a simple beverage you can make in your kitchen in less than 3 minutes using ingredients available at any grocery store. The science behind why it works is solid and compelling. Your airways need specific hydration and specific compounds to function properly, especially after 60 when natural moisture and clearance decline dramatically. This drink provides exactly what your struggling airways need, and it does so more effectively than plain water or any other beverage most people consume. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal what this simple drink is, why it transforms breathing when other approaches don't, exactly how to prepare it for maximum benefit, and when to drink it for optimal results. I'll explain the science showing why each ingredient matters and how they work together synergistically. And I'll share stories of people over 60 whose breathing was transformed within days to weeks of making this drink a daily habit. Your breathing could improve dramatically starting tomorrow if you know what to drink and how to use it correctly. If you're over 60 with breathing problems, you've probably tried multiple approaches hoping something would help. Maybe you've been prescribed inhalers that provide temporary relief but don't solve the underlying problem. Perhaps you've tried increasing your water intake but didn't notice much improvement. You might have experimented with various supplements or dietary changes with disappointing results. Meanwhile, your breathing continues to be difficult, limited, and frustrating, affecting everything from your physical activities to your sleep quality to your overall sense of well-being. Here's what most people over 60 don't understand about their breathing problems. The two primary factors making breathing difficult at this age are chronic dehydration of airway tissues and chronic inflammation in the respiratory tract. After 60, your body's thirst sensation decreases, meaning you often don't feel thirsty even when you're significantly dehydrated. Your kidneys become less efficient at conserving water. Many medications commonly taken by seniors have diuretic effects. The result is that most people over 60 are chronically dehydrated, and their airways suffer dramatically from this lack of adequate moisture. Dehydrated airways produce thick, sticky mucus that's nearly impossible to clear. The tissues become dry and irritated, triggering inflammation. The cilia, tiny hairs that sweep mucus out of your lungs, can't function properly without adequate moisture. All of this makes breathing harder and more uncomfortable. Plain water helps somewhat, but it's not absorbed as efficiently as water combined with specific compounds that enhance hydration and provide anti-inflammatory benefits. The simple drink I'm about to reveal addresses both problems simultaneously. It provides superior hydration that reaches your airway tissues more effectively than plain water. It delivers specific anti-inflammatory compounds that reduce the chronic inflammation making breathing difficult. It helps thin mucus to a consistency that can be cleared easily. People who make this drink a daily habit consistently report that breathing becomes noticeably easier, often within just a few days, with continued improvement over weeks as chronic dehydration and inflammation resolve. Let me explain exactly what's happening in your airways after 60 and why this specific drink is so transformative. Your respiratory tract is lined with mucous membranes that need to stay moist to function properly. These membranes produce mucus that traps particles and pathogens. Tiny cilia wave constantly to move this mucus up and out of your airways. This whole system, called mucociliary clearance, depends absolutely on adequate hydration. When tissues are dehydrated, mucus production actually increases, but the mucus becomes thick and sticky instead of flowing smoothly. The cilia can't move this thick mucus effectively. The result is accumulation of mucus that clogs airways and makes breathing difficult. Additionally, dehydrated tissues are more susceptible to inflammation. Without adequate moisture, the delicate lining of your airways becomes irritated, triggering inflammatory responses. Chronic inflammation causes airways to swell and narrow, further restricting airflow. The combination of thick mucus and inflamed, narrowed airways is what makes breathing so difficult for many people over 60. Now let me reveal what this transformative drink is. It's warm water with lemon, raw honey, and a pinch of sea salt, consumed twice daily. This simple combination addresses breathing problems more effectively than plain water or other beverages for specific scientific reasons. The warm water provides the base hydration your tissues desperately need. Warm temperature is important because it's absorbed more quickly than cold water and is immediately soothing to irritated airways. The lemon provides vitamin C and citric acid. Vitamin C is essential for maintaining healthy mucous membranes and has anti-inflammatory effects in respiratory tissues. The citric acid helps thin mucus, making it less sticky and easier to clear. The raw honey provides multiple benefits. It has natural antimicrobial properties that help prevent respiratory infections. It coats and soothes irritated airways. It contains enzymes and compounds that reduce inflammation. It also makes the drink palatable, encouraging consistent consumption. The pinch of sea salt is crucial and often overlooked. Salt contains electrolytes that dramatically improve water absorption. When you drink plain water, much of it passes through your system without being fully absorbed by your tissues. Adding a small amount of salt, just a pinch, helps your body retain and utilize the water more effectively. The electrolytes ensure that water reaches your airway tissues instead of just being excreted. This is why this drink hydrates more effectively than plain water. Together, these ingredients create a beverage that provides superior hydration to your airways, reduces inflammation, thins mucus, and soothes irritated tissues. The effects are often noticeable within hours of the first drink, with cumulative benefits building over days and weeks of consistent use. The consequences of not addressing chronic dehydration and inflammation are progressive breathing decline. Airways become increasingly clogged with thick mucus. Inflammation becomes more severe. Breathing gets harder and harder. Many seniors end up on multiple medications trying to manage symptoms when the root problem is inadequate hydration and uncontrolled inflammation that this simple drink could address directly. Now let me give you the exact recipe and protocol for using this drink to transform your breathing. Precision matters because the ratios and timing affect how well it works. The recipe for one serving is 8 to 10 ounces of warm water, heated to a comfortable drinking temperature but not boiling. Add the juice of half a fresh lemon, which is about 2 tablespoons. Add 1 tablespoon of raw honey. Stir until the honey dissolves completely. Add a small pinch of sea salt, about 1/8 teaspoon. Stir again. The drink should taste slightly sweet from the honey, slightly tart from the lemon, with just a hint of salt that you barely notice. The timing protocol is critical for maximum benefit. Drink 1 serving first thing in the morning, within 15 minutes of waking up. Your body is most dehydrated after 8 hours of sleep, and your airways desperately need this hydration to start the day properly. This morning drink helps thin overnight mucus accumulation and prepares your lungs for the day ahead. Drink a second serving in the evening, about 1 to 2 hours before bed. This ensures adequate hydration during the long night when you won't be drinking anything. It also provides anti-inflammatory compounds that work overnight when tissue repair processes are most active. For best results, sip the drink slowly over about 10 minutes rather than gulping it quickly. This allows better absorption and gives the soothing effects time to work on your throat and upper airways. After drinking, wait at least 30 minutes before eating or drinking anything else, allowing the beneficial compounds to coat your throat and airways. Continue this protocol daily without interruption. The benefits are cumulative. The first few days begin addressing acute dehydration and start thinning mucus. The first week shows noticeable improvement in breathing comfort and mucus clearance. By 2 to 3 weeks, chronic inflammation begins resolving and breathing improvement becomes substantial. Long-term daily use maintains optimal airway hydration and keeps inflammation controlled. Let me tell you about George, a 68-year-old man who had been struggling with breathing problems for 3 years. He was constantly congested with thick mucus that he could barely cough up. He felt short of breath with minimal exertion. His throat always felt dry and irritated. He was using multiple inhalers and taking various medications, but his breathing was still significantly impaired. His doctor kept adjusting medications, but nothing provided lasting relief. Then George attended a wellness workshop where a naturopathic doctor discussed respiratory health and hydration. The doctor explained that many breathing problems in seniors stem from chronic dehydration and showed the audience this simple drink recipe. George was skeptical that something so simple could help when medications hadn't, but he decided to try it since it was inexpensive and harmless. George made the drink that evening and had his first serving before bed. The next morning, he made another serving and drank it before breakfast. He continued this twice-daily routine. Within 3 days, George noticed his mucus was thinner and easier to cough up. Within a week, he was breathing noticeably easier and feeling less congested. After 2 weeks, his chronic throat irritation was gone. After a month, George's breathing had improved so dramatically that his doctor reduced one of his medications. George has now been drinking this twice daily for over a year. His breathing continues to be comfortable and easy. He rarely needs his rescue inhaler anymore. He's more active than he's been in years because breathing isn't limiting him. George says this simple drink has transformed his respiratory health more than anything else he's tried, and he recommends it to everyone he knows who struggles with breathing. The key to success is consistency and proper preparation. The drink must be consumed twice daily without exception. Missing days means hydration levels drop and inflammation returns. The ingredients must be fresh and high quality. Fresh lemon juice is essential. Bottled lemon juice doesn't provide the same benefits. Raw honey is important. Processed honey loses beneficial enzymes. Real sea salt provides better mineral content than regular table salt. Some people enhance the drink with additional beneficial ingredients. A small piece of fresh ginger, about ½ an inch grated into the drink, adds extra anti-inflammatory power. A pinch of turmeric provides additional inflammation-fighting compounds, though be sure to add a small amount of black pepper with turmeric to enhance absorption. A few drops of eucalyptus essential oil can provide additional respiratory benefits, though check with a healthcare provider before using essential oils internally. The drink should always be consumed warm, not hot and not cold. Warm temperature is optimal for absorption and soothing effects. If you need to prepare it in advance, you can make a larger batch and reheat portions as needed, though fresh preparation is ideal. Most people find the taste pleasant and actually look forward to drinking it. The honey makes it sweet enough to be enjoyable, the lemon provides refreshing tartness, and the salt is barely noticeable. If you find the taste too tart, you can use slightly less lemon or slightly more honey. If it's too sweet, reduce the honey. Adjust to your preference, but maintain the basic ratios for optimal benefit. Naturopathic doctors and integrative medicine practitioners have been recommending variations of this drink for respiratory health for decades. Research on hydration and respiratory function consistently shows that adequate hydration improves mucus consistency, enhances mucociliary clearance, and reduces respiratory symptoms. Studies on lemon and vitamin C document anti-inflammatory effects and benefits for respiratory tissue health. Honey research shows antimicrobial properties, anti-inflammatory effects, and soothing benefits for airways. The science behind electrolyte-enhanced hydration is well established. Adding salt to water dramatically improves absorption and tissue delivery. This is why oral rehydration solutions used medically contain salt along with water. The small amount used in this drink is enough to enhance hydration without causing any negative effects. The insider knowledge that integrative practitioners share is that many cases of chronic breathing problems in seniors resolve or dramatically improve with proper hydration protocols. Yet conventional medicine rarely addresses hydration systematically, instead focusing on medications that manage symptoms without correcting the underlying dehydration and inflammation. Many seniors could reduce medication dependence significantly if they optimized hydration with this type of targeted drink. Here's something that will change how you think about breathing problems and hydration. Research measuring airway moisture levels in people with breathing difficulties compared to those breathing normally found that the symptomatic group had significantly lower airway moisture. When researchers had the symptomatic group follow enhanced hydration protocols, respiratory symptoms improved more than with standard medical treatments in many cases. This suggests that dehydration is a primary cause, not just a contributing factor, in many breathing problems after 60. The revelation is that you might not need more medications or more complex treatments. You might just need better hydration delivered in a form your body can actually use effectively. This simple drink accomplishes that better than plain water or any other common beverage. When you start drinking this twice daily and experience breathing improvement, the psychological benefits are significant. You feel relief that something finally works after perhaps trying many approaches. You feel empowered because you're addressing your breathing problem with something simple you control completely. You feel grateful for the improved comfort and capability that easier breathing provides. People who successfully use this drink describe feeling more optimistic about their health because they've found a natural intervention that works without side effects. They feel smarter and more proactive about their well-being. The confidence that comes from breathing more easily affects everything from willingness to be active to overall mood and outlook. We've covered the simple drink that can transform breathing after 60. Warm water with fresh lemon juice, raw honey, and a pinch of sea salt, consumed twice daily. This combination provides superior hydration to your airways, reduces chronic inflammation, thins thick mucus, and soothes irritated tissues. The protocol is 1 serving first thing in the morning and 1 serving 1 to 2 hours before bed, consumed daily without interruption. The question isn't whether this works. Science and experience prove it does. The question is whether you're going to try it starting tomorrow or continue struggling with breathing that could improve dramatically. Here's what you need to do today. Get the ingredients: fresh lemons, raw honey, and sea salt. Tomorrow morning, make your first serving and drink it before anything else. Tomorrow evening, make and drink your second serving. Continue daily for 2 weeks and notice how your breathing changes. Most people report noticeable improvement within days, with substantial change by 2 weeks. Your breathing struggles might not require more medications or complex treatments. They might just need proper hydration and anti-inflammatory support that this simple drink provides. Start tomorrow. 2 servings daily. Give your airways what they need. Your breathing transformation is waiting in your kitchen.